Alright, I think this is how Minecraft YouTubers start their videos, right? Alright, what's up guys? Fuffin here, and we are playing on When in Rogue on the Shotbow server, so give you a little rundown. I am just going to be participating in a little dungeon crawl. It's just been something I've been doing lately, and while we do that, I'm just going to tell you guys about my first time smoking weed. Alright, now I definitely know this is not as my usual videos go, and I do apologize for my voice, but you guys already know, if you have been on the channel a little bit, how this goes. So, yeah, the first time I had actually smoked weed was when I was with a few friends, and, you know it may sound like I've downed a pack of Marlboro Reds my entire fucking life, but I assure you, no, like, I don't even smoke weed, I don't smoke cigarettes, none of that now. I got my fair share of reasons, which I'll get into a little bit later. Anyway, I guess I can start the story with introducing the main characters. So there's me, lovely little old Fuffin. Then we got, I guess we can call them, we'll call one of the friends T and we'll call one of them C. It doesn't really matter. They both are equally relevant in that they both kind of invited me to take my my weed virginity. Anyway, so in essence, there was them, there was their parents, and then there was my mother. So to set the stage, this is roughly, I think, about like 7th grade, and I know some of you guys might be a little bit shocked at that number, but I guarantee you 100% that if you guys are a little bit shocked at the 7th grade number, it is not uncommon. I don't think I went to a little hoodlum school. This is after my mom had got us out of the projects, okay? So we're all good there. Anyway, I guess the last little bit of backstory is like, you know, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and so I didn't hang out with people up until maybe, I would actually say 7th grade. I would actually say this is probably one of the only events I was actually allowed to go to, besides maybe birthday parties. And even then, that was kind of rare because I've always been an introvert, right? So yeah, that was kind of the move this time. But I had never done any drugs before. I think the only thing I had ever done was maybe drank one time when I was like really young, but even then, that kind of feels like it could have been a false memory. Like maybe I just made it up one time. Who knows, right? Anyway, so I was in 7th grade, I believe, at this time, like I said, and my friends had actually been smoking for a while. I believe they smoked in like 5th grade. I keep some very interesting company around, let me just say that. So in essence, I think we named these characters T and C. Anyway, basically what had happened was I was invited, and you know, it was pretty easy to convince my mom, like, hey, you should just drop me off at my friend's house, because I don't know if she was like encouraging me to have friends or whatever, but I should say right off the jump, these are some really fucking weird chests to try to get to. I'm not even gonna try, but basically, she had a bad feeling. My mom was pretty smart, and so she didn't really approve of me hanging out with these people, and in essence, to some extent, she was right, but like, you know, as a child, I think you're gonna disobey your parents and do whatever you want anyway, so I did. But yeah, so basically, I had gotten my mother to drop me off at this location, and it was just pretty simple. Like, I think my friend's parents smoked weed too, so they don't really give a fuck. I mean, they were 5th graders smoking weed, so I don't think you can give the most fucks as a parent in those positions, but like I said, I think they also smoked weed, so it would be kind of hypocritical to tell your kid not to smoke weed when you smoke weed, so take with that from what you will. Oh god, there's another one in here. Cool. Hey friend, what's up? Alright, they joined at the last second. We basically, like, I just get there, right? My mom drops me off, and I don't think she knows. Like, she probably knew generally, but like, I don't think, like, I was pretty good early on at you know, withholding information, I suppose we can call it. I didn't like lie to my mom, but she also didn't ask, so maybe that was a mutual little exchange we had. But in essence, I'd given my mom some reason as to why I wanted to go over there. Maybe it was to play games or something. Most of my friends were a little bit more fortunate than I was to be able to have like new game systems and stuff like that, so it was pretty common for me to hop over if they wanted to like show me one of their new games or something. Oh, this person is thanking me. That's so wholesome. Anyway, yeah, so I think my mom was kind of, you know, I don't know exactly what her feelings were on the whole situation, but I know that I wasn't allowed to spend the night at this place, so maybe she had her reservations. I told her about this story a couple years later, and she was not the happiest. She was very overprotective, but I guess this time she just failed to be overprotective, and I don't know. It was really funny though when I told her. Anyway, like I said, friends were very experienced with the drugs and stuff, and so I basically was just kind of in their hands, right? Just a bunch of 7th grade kids, and that was definitely not the best idea, looking back, because 7th grade kids don't know what the fuck they're doing involving drugs. Long story short, they didn't have any pipes or anything, which kind of, not thinking back, made me think that maybe their parents didn't approve, because I would feel like if you were a parent smoking weed, you would kind of want your kid to do it safely, you know, maybe not blunt wraps or whatever, because that would be, you know, tobacco, a little bit harmful, especially for like a 7th grade kid's lungs. But at least, like, you know, a little like chillum or I don't know weed pieces, honestly. Like a one hitter or shit like that. I feel like a fucking old man. But in essence, either my friends didn't have any pieces to smoke out of, or they just didn't, I guess, have them at that moment. All I remember is that they said something about going to try and get like an apple to smoke out of, and that didn't happen because apparently they didn't have apples in this household. Plenty of weed, no apples. I think that's relatively common, at least in the circles that I hang around with, I suppose. But besides that, there was tinfoil. There was tinfoil. Yeah, so like I said, we basically made an aluminum, I don't know if it was tinfoil or aluminum foil. It was the bad one. Basically, you're not supposed to smoke out of either one of those. I don't remember. All I remember is that we did. They made a little aluminum tinfoil, silver foil pipe, right? And then we smoked out of it. And I just remember, like, being like, oh god, like, this does not seem like a good idea. Like, I don't know. I had some sort of something in me be like, maybe smoking out of a glowing hot metal thing just doesn't fit right somewhere. And so basically, yeah, they gave me a lot. They packed the bowl. Maybe they didn't give me a lot, but maybe they packed the bowl in a way that, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, because the way that they were talking was like, I guess people when they smoke weed for the first time don't usually feel anything, and I didn't really feel anything. But I guess they also may not know how to smoke correctly. I know the whole Elon Musk meme was a thing for a while, and so basically I really shouldn't have dropped the bow, but I definitely did that. Can I drop these potions? Tragic. Okay. But basically, yeah, so apparently people, it's not like super common for people to know how to smoke. And apparently I did, because I didn't get very high. I got very fucking paranoid. And it was not really super nice. I didn't really have like a lot of paranoid tendencies before this point. I don't think, but I just remember, like, it just spiking my paranoia to a new high. I remember already being very nervous about the situation, because, like, I never liked to lie to my mom or anything like that, right? I was generally, like, a good kid, but I just wanted to kind of, like, experience being a fucking kid. I liked to, actually, try some things out. I don't know. You gotta revive the teammate after you beat the shit out of him just to show him who's boss. But, you know, I wanted to be a kid, experience kid things, which apparently was smoking weed in 7th grade. Oh god, I was the bad kid. Anyway, we did that shit, and basically my mom had texted me, you know, oh, you know, how's your friend's thing? I don't know exactly what she said. All I remember is what I thought about the situation, because I was like, oh god, she knows I'm high, she knows I've smoked weed, and she's gonna yell at me, and just all of this shit. She said something, it was probably something along the lines of like, how's your friend's house? And I'm like, oh god, she knows. She knows. It was really funny. But, basically, I communicate this whole situation very poorly to my two friends, and they are not taking it very well. And this is, mind you, like, I don't know if they told their fucking parents that I was going to be smoking. Maybe I was just there to sit, chill, you know, in the room while they smoked. Because their parents actually knew my mom. I completely forgot about this up until retelling the story right now. But their parents knew my mom, and I think that they kind of, like, my mom might have told them at one time, like, don't let my son smoke, please. Yeah, my mom was one of those. And, I remember coughing, and they gave me, like, a fucking pillow, because I was, like, coughing about to throw up and shit. And so I just start fucking coughing into this pillow, and oh god, it was not a good time. Then I got all paranoid, like I said, and I'm like, oh god, my fucking mom knows, and I was just stressing out, and I'm just like, oh god, I don't know, like, what to do. And so I ended up leaving this guy's house, or I might not have actually said it, but my friend lived in the fucking country, right? So basically I was running through cornfields, or not corn, I guess it was kind of like an open field behind some of these houses that weren't like built yet. And I just told my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna walk home. I don't know why I thought that would be like a smooth way to handle the situation, but my ungodly paranoid brain said, yep, that's how we handle this. And basically she's just like, well, where the fuck are you at? Because you're like wandering through cornfields at like 7 at night in November. Like, it was not a good look. And I thought I was like, I didn't think it was smooth. I was just like, my brain is operating at like 20% efficiency, and this is the best I can do right now. And I just remember she like pulled up, and I got in the car, and she's just like, so how was your friends? And I remember, like, I was sitting in the passenger seat looking out the fucking window because I did not want to look at her, because I'm like, oh god, my eyes are so red. Like, I didn't even know, like, I couldn't tell exactly, like, if I was noticeably high or anything like that. I've got so much shit. But I just remember being like, oh god, she knows. We're gonna carry this friend. Oh my god, fucking cockblock. But yeah, anyway, that was my like first experience with weed. I guess while we're here, I can kind of run down the rest of my experiences with weed, because spoiler alert, I do not smoke weed. I do not enjoy weed. I might have said that earlier. I've tried recording this video a couple times, and you know, it's been a trip. Speaking of trips, I basically like hallucinate every time I'm on weed. Maybe it's just my paranoia acting up. I probably have something wrong with me. But basically, yeah. But basically, yeah, I would get ungodly paranoid, and I mean, now, like, I've tried smoking weed a couple times, right? I don't know if it's just me who gets this feeling, but, like, I've heard people be like, oh my god, I smoke weed and all my problems go away. And then, you know, me being a naive kid, you know, trying to fix some of his own problems has just been like, oh, well, maybe if I smoke weed, then I will have my problems all fixed. And yeah, no, weed, not for me. Every time I tried to smoke weed, it just would not work. I'm pretty happy for other people being able to do it. You know, I'm not like one of those people who just like despises a drug. I think it has really wonderful medicinal uses, and I'm mostly jealous of anyone who has been able to find success with it, because like I can't. I am getting chased. I refuse to die. But yeah, I always kind of wanted to build that baseline tolerance, but after my experience with this, I just really never got into it. Plus, like, weed is one of those things that my mother and I have been very trained. I mean, I don't know if trained is the right word. Like, we are very sensitive to the weed smell. I've been around a lot of people who've smoked, and, like, they quite literally, like, I can smell it on them almost literally a mile away. I had a guy with like half a gram of weed, which is like about what most people would get like almost high with, I think. Just chilling in his pocket when I went to come pick him up, because, you know, I had a car when a lot of my friends didn't. And it was just like tucked in his wallet, in his back pocket. And I'm just like, either you have like a dead rat in your pocket or some fucking dank, my man. And he's like, how the fuck do you smell that shit? And there's been a couple times where I've had like a little bit of weed in my my house currently, and, you know, my mom has just been like, I smelled that shit from the door. I'm like, mother, it's literally a gram, and it's in the back room because someone left it here when they were smoking. Like, how the fuck do you tell it? And honestly, I don't like the smell of it. Like, I feel like I like candles and shit like that, my man. Like, I am much more preferred to have non-skunk smelling things. And I mean, there's some weed that I've smelled that's been like pretty decent. I think it was either white runts or like some form of runts that had like this really like candy almost smell, and that was like really nice. A nice change of pace compared to the usual like loud fucking weed that just has a really overpowering smell. And plus, like, look, I'm Mexican. I have some other features on me that give me probable cause with the police when I get pulled over, and I really do not need the marijuana smell on me when that happens, especially if I don't even smoke. And honestly, like, that's mostly it. Like, it's never been something that I've enjoyed, and like I said, I'm happy a lot of other people can do it, but I've tried, even in my adult years. I think, like, even a couple years ago, I was mostly like, I kind of want to, like, try to build my baseline tolerance now, but then, like, you run into other little obstacles, right? Like, certain types of jobs require you to pass a drug test and things like that, so it's just more things that end up being a little bit less of a good experience, right? I would rather be able to get the jobs that I want and things of that sort instead of being held up by like weed. And, you know, like I said, you have to develop the baseline tolerance or whatever to actually get the weed. Holy shit, I am getting pounded. I threw away my bow. Oh god. Alright, we're gonna just run around for a while. Trying to blow shit up. I don't have mana potions, oh god. Alright, I cleared the room. Now I can actually focus on talking again because I decided to throw away my ranged weapon like a fucking foot, right? Anyway, I guess I'm not sure what else to say on the situation. It's not like, I don't know, I kind of want to hear about other people's stories, because I always thought like I was super fucking weird for not enjoying weed, but I mean, as I got older, a lot of other people have expressed maybe not the same points of views, but somewhat similar, at least, nonetheless. And, you know, that's been kind of nice to hear, because I always thought like I was fucking weird about it. And I mean, my cousin, his mom told him he would like die if he smoked weed or something, and that was really funny to hear about. My mom never did anything like that. She just very, very much discouraged the use of drugs. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Like, I really, really didn't enjoy weed, and I kind of want to hear if anyone else has been in a similar situation, or maybe not. I feel like maybe to some extent it's the strength of weed too, because a lot of weed seems to have gotten very strong over the years. And I mean, when I smoked, I think it was like Reggie, so it was you know, definitely not anything strong. Yeah, I don't know. Nowadays, I think the last time I smoked weed, like in any amount, was maybe a couple months ago when I had a female friend over who smoked, and I didn't want to be weird. I think it's weird if like I'm like, oh yes, you can smoke, but I'm not going to. It was just, I don't know, I didn't want to make her uncomfortable, and it was not a good experience for me, but you know what? I'm a gentleman at heart, right? So, sacrifices must be made. Oh god, I'm getting fucked. I'm just not to the point where I kind of can even do that shit anymore. I'd rather keep, you know, the ability open to have maybe a different type of job, or, you know, things like that. So it's just not in my best interest at the moment to even attempt it. You know, maybe someday I'll try it again, but realistically, I'm kind of past that phase in my life. I'll just drink like every other normal adult, right? I don't even drink either. It's not fun. What do you people do like for fun nowadays? I did not know when the fuck I would become an adult, and you know, I'm mid-20s fucking now, and I still have no fucking idea what's going on. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll quit rambling. I feel like this video is probably going on long enough. If you guys like this shit, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any similar stories, make me not feel like such a weirdo, please, because I'm definitely feeling like a high-class weirdo right now. You know, not being able to smoke weed like all my peers and things like that. But anyway, if you guys have any stories, I want to hear them. If you guys like this content, I know it's not usually what I do, but I got a couple of stories that I want to be telling on the channel, and I guess Minecraft fail compilations are a little bit better for me. You know, failing in whatever PvP game this is. But yeah, anyway, that'll be it. Appreciate you guys for watching, as always. And peace.